What's up? What's up, everybody? This one's for the replay crew. Just so you guys know, the only thing that's being asked tonight, the only question that's being answered, depending on how the live stream goes, of course, is what are your favorite figures so far? We're pretty close to the halfway point of 2024. That's what tonight's discussion's about. I've got my 2024s sitting around the table here. I haven't gotten tons yet, and I'll probably come up with my favorites during this live stream, but it's not so much about me tonight. I want to hear what all of you are really digging when it comes to the figures that have been released thus far in 2024. So I will kick it off. Let's see, in no particular order, because, yeah, just no. Here's the figure that I all love to hate. This is Duke. Now, I don't hate the figure. Actually, he's one of my favorite figures of the year, which is highly irritating because I can't stand the character. But anybody that's seen that video, you know, and there's been over 1,000 views on this, just me sitting here saying how much the character sucks, but the figure's good. So if you haven't checked that out, go check it out. But Duke, he's a solid retro release. I have to say, the construction on this thing is really what does it for me. It's solid. It's like they went back and forth with the factory a whole lot saying, hey, well, let's make sure we get the poster boy right. Not the guy that actually does anything. No, because in the cartoon, I'll be fair. He and Flint were both kind of just generic good guy in the cartoon. But when you read the file cards, Flint, way cooler and outranks Duke. And then when you read the comic, Flint, way cooler and Duke's basically a non-starter. So, yeah, Duke, terrible character. Flint, awesome character. Anyway, great figure. We got people coming in. Let's see what's up with everybody. Gunstar, good evening. Thank you for stopping by. What are some of your favorite figures so far this year? I'll probably even pull up some URLs and find some pics. Yoda Sensei, hi. Welcome. Yoda is always in the running for one of my very favorite Star Wars characters. So thanks for stopping, man. Really dig the avatar. And we have Harry. What's up, sir? Grazie for showing. Now, let's see. So far, I've just talked about one that's one of my favorites. Terrible character. Great figure. We have Duke. That could be like a broken record kind of thing I could have going on. But yeah, really good figure. I can't help it. I want to hate it, but I can't. It's good. Ooh. Mr. Element, hello. What are some of your favorites so far at the halfway point? See, I'm looking around. I got to find. Here's one I don't know that I can actually bring myself to put there. Not because I don't love the figure, but because I feel like my love of comic history colors where he would be in any kind of order. But Kirby. He's not a great action figure by any means. He's not going to be the most photogenic figure that I've got in the collection. But it's Jack Kirby. Like, everybody that dug comics as a kid should have a Jack Kirby. Everybody that has ever dug comics should have a Jack Kirby. NECA needs to re-release Jack Kirby, and he's probably still out there in stores. Just keep selling Jack Kirby. Kind of NECA, like you need to keep selling those first turtles. 2 minutes today. I was entering a credit card, and in 2 minutes, while they were in my cart, they sold out. This made me sad. Anyway, Kirby, one of my favorites, but I can't really put him there because I know it would be a sentimental vote because I just love the fact that we've got a Jack so much. Put him off to the side. Eric, many of the Turtles of Grayskull Motu Origins figures are on my list. I thought about getting into the Turtles of Grayskull. Some of those looked really good. I thought the Man-at-Arms, I thought, looked really awesome. Let's see, Origins. I did get a figure from Origins this year because I got a figure from Origins last year. And if you get a He-Man, you need to get a Skeletor. And this Skeletor, I'm going to dig simply because this is the perfect meme Skeletor. Like, you want to make a meme? This is the Skeletor for it. The cartoon Skeletor, totally meme worthy and not insanely pricey. Well, I don't know. I got him a few months ago. Maybe he's on the aftermarket for $1 million. But anyway, he wasn't pricey when I got him. And you know Mattel, they'll just keep releasing He-Man and Skeletor. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I can put him in my top like favorites, but what he represents, just the fact that when I want to goof around, I can take a picture of him and make a meme out of it. I kind of find that hilarious. Anyway, what else? What are some specific, let's see, I'm trying to think what else I saw that I thought was going to be really cool. I thought the Turtles of Grayskull Mossman was going to be really cool. Ram Man, I thought was going to be sweet. Let's see. They are fun. They are fun. Skeletor cracks me up. And those Turtles of Grayskull, they do look fun. Let's see. And the cartoon collection. Yep, that's the Skeletor. The perfect figure for the memes. Gunstar, I'm already calling it. My favorite figure of the year is Origins Cringer. Is he out yet? I've seen the picture. So that's a He-Man, or I'm sorry, that's a Prince Adam Cringer 2-pack, right? I know, I don't even really get He-Man stuff, but somehow that has not escaped my radar. Let's see. Oh, yeah, and Marvel Legends Retro She-Hulk. I saw her in the store. She looked incredible. And, you know, that would be a joke if I were talking about the Hulk. She looked sensational. How about that? Is that better? I don't know. But yeah, I thought she looked fantastic. The only thing that kept me away from that is the lack of a waist cut. But Marvel Legends is stepping it up on their looks, man. If they start giving me ball pegs, I'm going to be spoiled. Mr. Spencer, late but present. All right, make sure you have a note for me next time. Thank you for showing up, man. I appreciate it. Let me know, what are some of your favorites for the year so far? I do want to know, let's see here. I'm just going to look up and let's see, Prince Adam, Cringer, Origins. Sure. I was going to type 2-pack, but I don't think I need to do that. Okay. Let me click on here real quick. Show me, what is this? Oh, no. Oh, wait. Okay. Don't worry. I'll share screen here in a sec. I just want to make sure I land on a spot that's going to have all the pics we need. All right. Okay. I think this is the closest I've looked at it, and the face is perfect. I love the way they post them up. Like, I knew this was coming out, but I haven't taken a good look at the pics. I think I've seen that one. Cringer walking away. No, I'm going to be real quiet. I'm going to be, oh no. That's perfect. He just needed to like use his paws to cover his face. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Mr. Elliman, Figuarts legendary Super Saiyan Goku. Huh. Is that the one with the, I'm trying to think, is that the one without the shirt and the ripped up orange pants? Because I saw him, thought he looked pretty good. 97 Wolverine, Action Force Gemini, She-Hulk, Marvel Legends Deadpool re-release. That Deadpool is pretty awesome. She-Hulk obviously is sweet. 97 Wolverine is probably, I would say, just with all the stuff he came with, he might be the best Wolverine that Legends has put out. I don't know, though. I'm not sure. I had a bunch of the Wolverines way back when, and I think my favorite, well, I shouldn't say that. My favorite is going to be the brown suit. That's just subjectively my favorite design and what I feel closest to, I suppose. But I really like the tiger stripe from the Apocalypse wave as well. But this Wolverine, the one you're talking about, came with a lot more stuff, I think. And Gemini, I haven't checked out Gemini. I haven't gotten her. I've got Eclipse and I've got Kill Switch. I still need to get Pandora and Gemini. So we shall see. Let's see. My faves, Alf and Chester Cheetah. I know they were released last year, but I just got them this year. Then Jada Toys First Blood Rambo and Mezco Destro. Man, everybody really digs that Destro, and obviously everybody's giving all the love to First Blood Rambo. And man, I love all the Alfs they keep coming up with. Anybody that's a big Alf fan has to love that. And Chester Cheetah, I've got him. He's too much fun. He is why I think Jada Toys needs to do a Looney Tunes line. Sorry about that. Bumping the computer, grabbing my Coca-Cola. We have no tea tonight. I'm so confused. Let's see, Super Five Nights at Freddy's Gavin Studios. Hello there, man. Thank you for stopping by. So what are some of your favorite figures that have popped up this year? We're kind of at the halfway point, and I wanna get the pulse. Take the gauge. Take the gauge, get the pulse. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, shirtless and bigger body. Okay, cool, cool. That's what I was thinking it was. I didn't know about the bigger body, but I don't have any of the Dragon Ball guys yet, so I got nothing on all that. My favorite figures are actually the TMNT Mutant Mayhem ones. Ho, 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 ho. I do dig the Mikey. I do have these guys, and they are probably the figures that I've just fiddled around with the most. And there's always something to be said about that. For taking pictures, they don't do much, but I got to tell you guys, if you don't have these yet, hang on, let me get out of the share screen so you can get a better look here. All right. If you don't have these turtles yet, there's something that actually you can fiddle with. They're not crazy pricey. And if you can make these stand, it's really going to help you with your posing. They have tiny feet, and those tiny feet do not do much when it comes to standing. You basically tap them, and they're going to fall over. So I've had them standing for quite a while. I felt pretty good about myself until I moved my last Ronin Raphael for tonight, and they, like, two of them tipped over, and that must be that I didn't have to be proud of myself because clearly they were balanced on him. But these are just fun little dudes to fiddle with, and truly, they can help you with posing. It's kind of cool. And I do have the turtles. I don't have any of the others yet. Note the Mayhem figures don't really have that much articulation, but they're still fun to play with. Yeah, yep. You are absolutely right. Oh, the reissue of Mattel WWE Ultimate Edition Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Nice job fixing the tan. Looks better. Might look that up. I don't get into wrestling stuff. I just was never that guy. But everybody knows who Hulk Hogan was or is. The Mutant Mayhem Turtles are some of the best bang for the buck. They sure are. And when I got these, they were all on Amazon for between $6 and $7. So they were perfect for me. But it only worked for the turtles. You try and get anything outside of the turtles, like any of the other characters, and it does not fly. Let's see, Daniel Dabbs. My favorite is just all of Classified. Can't get enough. Thank you for stopping by, man. I just talked about Duke here. I'm a big fan. I think they did a great job on him. And then I'm looking over here as well, because I'm with you on a lot of these. This Scarlet is incredible. My only real gripe, I have two gripes about Scarlet. and that is one gripe I have just for their female figures in general, and that's that they don't get, I mean, she is leaning as far forward as I can get her to lean right now, and that's not very good. But that aside, the only other real problem I have with her is you can see kind of the feet there. They didn't sculpt the feet flat, so she doesn't have surface here she actually stands on. She's only standing on like 2/3 of her foot, so she falls over quite a bit. Still, I really like the look, and I think if anybody grew up in the 80s and really dug G.I. Joe, I think Scarlett, this is the one you want for sure. Same with that Duke. So yeah, I everything I've gotten for classified. Now my one rule for classified is they've got to come with extra hands. But whenever I get something from classified, I'm always pretty impressed. I do enjoy that line quite a bit. See, funnily, mine fell over as I moved the NECA turtles to test with. See, that's what happens. But you know what I'm talking about. Tiny feet. The only one that actually kind of does okay is Raph, and he doesn't do great. But it's because he's a much bigger turtle. Much bigger. He's a bigger turtle than the rest of them. Let's see. Nexus JZ, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I'm not a wrestling guy, but still had to get Ultimate Hulk Hogan and Mr. T when they came out. I saw, were those initially, when those were released, were they Target exclusives? Because I remember seeing Hulk Hogan and Mr. T quite a bit. And I'm assuming that that Hulk Hogan is the one that they had to fix the tan on. Am I correct? These are things that I just don't know. See, did you have to say, I also really like the IDW action figures that NECA, I think NECA made them. I really dig those specific designs for the IDW turtles. The IDW turtles are best action. I got one of the guys that's usually on here. He sent me a message showing off the Metalhead and Donatello 2-pack that's coming out. Best action is tempting. They're a little smaller than everything else I get, but they are tempting. Like I keep looking at those going, oh man, because I'm with you. I really like the designs of the IDW stuff. So yeah, one thing that's exciting about Best Action is they're trying to push the articulation. That's also exciting about what Super 7's doing with their 2003 Turtles. And I think what that's going to do, depending on how the contracts are worded, I don't know. I know Marvel Select and Marvel Legends, the way the contracts are worded, one can't have as much articulation as the other, or something like that, from what I understand. I could be way off. But if that's not a constraint to the contracts of Super 7 and Best Action and NECA and Playmates and all them, NECA needs to step it up and start really putting in some great articulation to their stuff. So suddenly, it's just going to be an awesome playing field with all the turtles. But yeah, the Best Action ones look really good. Gunstar, Scarlett is near perfect. Love the interchangeable ponytail. You know, I've got her holding her crossbow right now, but my favorite look with her is the ponytail that goes over the backpack and like both guns attached to the backpack, or maybe not even both. Maybe she's carrying one and the other one's attached to the backpack. She just looks tough. Like, it gives her more of a modern look than that old all 80s all the time kind of look, you know? And I really dig it. Miss Cogsmith, welcome. The new way WWE, WWF Ultimates are great. I got Muhammad Ali and aiming to get Yokozuna and maybe Bret Hart. I feel like, kind of like I need to get a Goku, I feel like I have to get a Muhammad Ali. So I just need to figure out which one's the best. I know that he's not going to have the ball peg waist, but it's Muhammad Ali. It's like I missed out on the MAFEX Michael Jordan because I thought I'm just a comic book guy. I don't need to deal with that stuff. But that's like the best Michael Jordan that's ever been made. And Michael Jordan is his sport, just like Muhammad Ali is his sport. So I'm kind of like, oh man, like there's a lot of things in my head about what kind of things I need to have in my collection that so far I'm messed up, basically, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, the Muhammad Ali would be fantastic. I need to look. We might look at some of those because I know you're now a couple people have brought those up, and I kind of need to check out maybe some of that stuff. If they had ball jointed or ball peg waists, I would get wrestling figures just as like tough guys for the comic characters to beat up. Let's see. Honestly, I don't think my question made much sense. Like, did you have to say, I don't know why my microphone said that. It's stupid. Dude, anytime any of us try to say anything to Siri, she really jacks it up. I had a friend of mine send me a text the other day, and he's like, I read it, and I'm going, dude, how often do you say that word? He goes, I never even typed that word. I have no idea why she corrected it to say that. I'm surprised that Rock 3-pack for wrestling is kind of sitting. I don't collect it, but I think it's cool because it's the whole family. Is that so? That's Rock, that's his dad. Who else is in the family? I can't remember. This is me just not knowing wrestling. I know his dad was in wrestling. Is it Razor Ramon? Is his cousin or something? Let's see. As a matter of fact, I actually redesigned the 2012 Turtles, not too much, but I made them look like their IDW versions, like the black wraps and the armor pads they had. That's sweet. That's sweet. Yeah, the IDW look is good stuff. Eric, the Ultimate Edition Ali has butterfly joints and floating diaphragm torso. Oh, all right. You know what? Where am I going to find these guys? What's the best website to find wrestling figures? Is it, oh man, I've heard, is it Ringside? Ringside Collectibles? We can look some of this stuff up. No clue. I don't collect wrestling either. I just enjoy all toys. Nicely done, Daniel. I appreciate that, man. Let's see. Grandpa's High Chief Peter Mavia. Huh. Wow. So it is the whole family. Rock's the baby, huh? Let's see. Ali might still be on Mattel Creations. And it's the Ultimate Ali, huh? Let's see. Actually, it was on sale last month. Let's see here. My head just got really close to the monitor. Let's go. Show me Mattel Creations. Man, that Optimus Prime, that Hot Wheels Optimus Prime, I looked at that. I'm like, that thing just, somebody needs to buy that and just be totally stoked because buy all three because you'll sell the two and do just fine. All right, here we go. Don't worry, I'll get back to everything. Let's see. I just want to see how to even work this site. Ooh, WWE collectors. Ah, okay. All right, I think I'm there. Ah, I don't need insider access. I never come here. All right. Territory era. I don't know what that means. Let's see here. Oh, creations exclusives. Uh-oh. Oh no, is this what we've got? Is this what you guys were talking about? Of course, add to cart. My $70 was allocated to the turtles that I missed today. I'll have to give them another shot tomorrow. Let's see here. Oh, come on. Open. Ah, here we go. Okay, floating diaphragm. Ooh, that doesn't look like your traditional waist cut, does it? Hmm. I'm assuming I just found it. See, I don't know much about WWE. Literally, the only two wrestlers I care about are John Cena and The Rock. So do with that information as you will. Don't worry about it, man. I don't know anything about wrestling either. I know those guys because they've been in movies. I know some of the things that The Rock has said when he was wrestling. Like, it doesn't matter what you think and all that stuff. Because I like to use that whenever I can. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you have an opportunity, Coke doesn't get any better than either when it's from a McDonald's fountain or a glass bottle. It's the real thing. Well, that's it. If MAFEX can't pay me, Coke will. Let's see, but the Elite Series Muhammad Ali can be found at Target pretty cheap now. Okay. We'll see. You haven't been to my Target. Yes, it was exclusive. Okay. Good luck for tomorrow with the Turtles. Are you getting any other figures from the NECA store? I'm not planning on it. I think the Turtles, it looks like the other stuff doesn't quite have that demand, but I appreciate it. I appreciate the good luck wishes. And if you're trying to get them, good luck to you as well, Ghost Have. Yeah, I don't think if there's any, would there even be any others? I'm interested to a point. I kind of, Mr. Spencer talks about Alf so much. I'm kind of like, I should try an Alf maybe at some point. And I did really like the dinosaurs. So maybe I'd be tempted to check out Earl, but the one that I definitely need to go for are the Turtles. How about you? Let's see. I like when The Rock talks Chinese. Funny video on YouTube. Oh no, this is stuff I'm going to have to find now. Great, I'm going to be, looking things up and getting flagged for something, I'm sure. I think it's funny. I don't know if you know this, but John Cena actually voiced the character in Rise of the TMNT. He temporarily voiced Baron Jackson. I really hope I'm saying his name right. Baron Jackson. Rise of the TMNT. That was the cartoon I started watching and just couldn't get through it. Like, I liked the movie, was sweet. I thought that was really cool, but I couldn't get through the tune, so I'm not sure. But the only name I can think of that's close to Baron Jackson might be Baxter Stockman, but I don't know. I don't know my Rise of the TMNT that well. Okay, all right. We're getting away from chatting your favorite figures, guys. So who's got what? I'm looking over here right now. Well, you saw the thumbnail. So here, let's pop our boy up here. This Raph feels like an action figure. Like, I know we've all got them. Several of us have NECA stuff. And you can feel how the plastic is a little brittle. This plastic isn't brittle like a lot of NECA's other things. So Raph here, he just feels different. He really does have a different feel to him than the others, which sadly is not something I can really show you on the monitor. But I think he's a great action figure. He's probably, at this point in the year, he's definitely got to be like top 3, somewhere in there. I don't know. Like, Duke and Scarlet are really good. My top 1, probably if I talk about him, not that they're in any particular order, but obviously it's going to be something here that is MAFEX. Because me, let's see, I just dropped Raph's Sai. Uh-oh. Whew, I was stepping on it. All right, so we'll put Raph down. Ghost Tab, I lucked out and got the Turtles yesterday. I did save on shipping and bundled them together with the Last Ronin Leonardo. Nice. I do need to start getting some of the other Last Ronin stuff. Right now, all I've got's Raph. I don't even have a Last Ronin. But I think he's a great figure, so I'm obviously tempted to go nuts. He looks so cool. He does, Jahir. He really does. He's a great figure. And he can still find him fairly easily. So if you dig him, game on. And thank you for stopping by. Gunstar, I thought I had my definitive Optimus, but then I got the Yellow Park. So fun to pose. Man, I keep seeing people talk about the Megatron and that Optimus. And I think, is there a Starscream coming out soon as well? Because I was sitting here saying, no, I'm good. I'm getting the 3.0 MDLXs. I'm all right. No worries. I don't need to dabble into Yellow Park. But man, they do look good. And they're kind of, I like that they're not so G1 like what the MP series is trying to be. Like, there's added little details in those. There's some dirtiness going on, and I really like it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I just wrote up a bid the other day, and if I get this bid, then I'll be making some different decisions. Ghost Have. I got Last Ronin, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Raphael is still my favorite. Yeah, that's awesome, man. I do want Mikey. Mikey's my boy. Mikey's my favorite turtle. So, yeah. I definitely need to load up. Let's see. I really do like Raph design in the last year of Ronin. Let's see. It does kind of suck. I was the first one to die. At least he went out doing what he loved, kicking butt and taking names. Facts. That is Raphael all day. LBZ, hello. Those are dope turtles. They are. They are wonderful. I actually got back to you on Instagram, by the way. You sent me that picture of Bane. So here's what I want to know. Is that Bane yours? Or did you find it online? Or did you find the picture online? Ghost Tab. Last Ronin Donatello just got into Walmart stores. Michelangelo can be found in Walmart and Amazon. I saw him on Amazon, and I saw that people are finding Donnie. I think Donnie and Mike are at Walmart, so I saw that, and that's what you said. Never mind. See, Jahir, what do you think of the Transformers 1 trailer? You know what? It took me a couple times, but I think I'm on board. I think I'm good to go with the Transformers 1 trailer. I'm kind of excited for the movie, to be very honest. And that's why I think when everybody's going, oh man, who's Chris Hemsworth going to be in the Transformers and G.I. Joe movie and all that? That's why I think Chris Hemsworth is just signing on to do a voiceover role for Optimus Prime. But we'll see. Hopefully I'm wrong, because I think Hemsworth could be a pretty sweet G.I. Joe. Although, who would he be? Like, he's got the build to be gung-ho. And I don't see Chris Hemsworth as gung-ho, but who knows? Spaded one, hola, seniors. I'm sure you meant seniors. Seniors, though, let's see. Okay, I don't have as much hair as I used to, so maybe that counts. Good to see you, man. My favorite scene from the Transformers 1 trailer, what's Bumblebee running away? Yeah. Bumblebee running was pretty good. Him crashing into the rock, I thought was pretty good. I found it was goofy, but sometimes you need that. And from what I understand, they just wanted to show the goofy parts to get people geeked about it. But most of the movie is going to be kind of how we think of with Transformers. Spaded one. Those Ronin turtles are probably the best turtles NECA makes. Everything they ever learned during doing turtles poured into one line. I'm not getting them because I'm toon and movie focused, but they are so sweet. They are awesome. And that's kind of funny. You're toon and movie focused. I'm comic focused. So put our collections together, and you're still gonna have way more than I am. Because let's see here, I keep my NECA on my shelves or on my desk because they've got so much paint. I don't want to put them in drawers. See, technically, let's see, comic figures 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Technically, I have 8 comic figures. So I'm guessing your toon and movie figures probably dwarf mine. I always used to see Optimus Prime being older than Bumblebee or being like a father to Bumblebee, but the one trailer made them the same age. We'll see. I wonder about that because I do agree that Prime should seem a little bit older than Bumblebee. Bumblebee was always, let's see, at least with the G1 file cards, Prime was the largest and bravest of the Autobots. But Bumblebee was really brave, but he was also the smallest, and I think he was the youngest. I don't remember. Maybe it didn't say anything about youngest, honestly. But in the cartoon, he always acted like the youngest. So, like you, that's probably why I see him that way. Nope, it wasn't. Bane is delayed apparently until beginning of July for some e-tailers. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I'll survive until Bane gets here. I just pre-ordered him last week at Hobby Genki. And something I didn't know, or was it earlier this week? Doesn't matter. Anyway, something I didn't know is I love Ami Ami, and I still think their pricing is just a little better, but not tons. And with Hobby Genki, I can pay for everything right up front, including shipping, so I can know how much everything's going to be. So that's where I ended up ordering Bane from, only because he was out of stock at Ami Ami. Let's see. I just got a text. Hemsworth as Duke. The mom thinks she's funny. Hemsworth is way too cool to be Duke. Let's see, who should play Duke? A young Rick Moranis would be a good Duke. Let's see, a younger Danny DeVito would probably be a good Duke. Just people that you generally don't think of as being really tough leadership type actors or characters. Charlie Day would be a good Duke. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I could come up with a few, I think. I think maybe Bill Murray, way back when in his Ghostbusters days, he could have been a great Duke. Anyway, yeah, you guys can come up with ideas for who Duke should be. Let's see. Bumblebee is my favorite Transformer, and I really hope you get some cool scenes in the new movie that's coming out. Also, my favorite figures are the B-127 and the Rise of the Beast Bumblebee. Nice. I remember when I was growing up watching the cartoon, the G1 cartoon, Bumblebee annoyed me. And I don't know, like watching it as an adult, like when it's been on and I've been like, okay, I'm going to try this again. He annoys me way less, so I don't know why he annoyed me so much as a kid. Harry, Dave, you're going to order the NECA Murder, She Wrote Jessica Fletcher figure. Why, Harry? Why do you know my secrets? No, Jessica Fletcher is out of scale. I can't be having 8-inch figures here. But I am wondering, is anybody in the chat gonna order that Jessica Fletcher figure? Like, seriously, no judgment or anything. I'm just wondering if there's gonna be a big market for that. I find it hilarious that they're making it, and I love that they're making it because that just shows how out there NECA is going to go. But is anybody going to order it? I don't know. Like, it feels like the target market for something like that figure isn't into this stuff. Like, I can see my analytics when I look at YouTube, and the people old enough to be into Jessica Fletcher aren't watching these videos. Meaning they're probably not paying much attention to toys. See, Channing Tatum is Duke. John, why? Why you got to throw a serious one at me? He, actually, you know what? Considering his role as Duke and what was it? It was it Retaliation? What was okay, there was Rise of Cobra. And what was the second one? Because I always get, let's see, what were they? Renegades was the cartoon. Resolute was the good cartoon. Renegades was a good cartoon as well. Yeah, maybe it was Retaliation. Channing Tatum in both of those movies, he can be Duke. That's fine. He can be Duke. I'm good with that. Oh, great googly moogly. See, Jack Black is Duke. See, you're on the same page, Ghost Tab. Thank you. The only problem with Jack Black, so people complain about The Mandalorian season 3, and I don't think it was as bad as people say, but I don't like it when I'm pulled out of whatever I'm watching, you know? And when I saw Jack Black and Lizzo, I was pulled out of it. So as hilarious as Jack Black is, throwing him in the G.I. Joe movie would probably pull me out because I just see Jack Black. Even though, strangely enough, that is somehow perfect for Duke. Yes. Although if he started singing, then people would be like, whoa, Duke's cool. Let's see, Chris Evans is Duke. Oh, Harry, you're not playing the game. Actually, Chris Evans would be a perfect Duke if we're going with real casting. He'd have to be somebody at this point. He might need to be Hawk. See, speaking of Rick Moranis, they announced Spaceballs 2, and I am livid. Dude, when they announced Spaceballs 2, when like you watch the original Spaceballs, obviously Mel Brooks was making fun of cash grabs, and obviously Spaceballs 2 is a cash grab, so I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, is Mel Brooks, he's still alive, he's like 90 something, but is he involved in any way? Did he try to stop it? Because I would think Mel Brooks would have had to try and stop this just based on that movie and like the overall tone of the movie from way back. I don't know that I'd consider myself livid, but to say I was anything less than shocked would be an understatement. Yeah, I can't believe that they're doing that. Let's see, Chris Pratt as Duke. Oh, see, you're kind of, that's kind of half and half. That could be serious. Chris Pratt's a pretty good actor. Huh. And yeah, he's also funny. If he were comedic, he could be Duke. Let's see. Scott Eastwood is Duke. Oh, you are so not playing. Let's see. What do we have? What do we have that's just goofy? Like, whoever voices Skeletor. Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill as Duke. There we go. We're good with that. Let's see. I'm trying to think of just goofy actors. Something ridiculous. You guys and your serious answers. Tell you what, if we're going serious answers, we go with Flint. Who would play a quality Flint? We can save the funny answers for Duke. And serious answers go to Flint. Jessica Fletcher is part of the Matlock and Golden Girls shared universe. Is that actually a shared universe? That's insane. Like, I wouldn't think, I could see her being part of the Matlock universe, but the Golden Girls are part of that too? Oh, like, is that for real? Or are you just making things up as I take another swig of the real thing? That's like a prerequisite. You take a swig of Coke. That's supposed to happen. That's what I heard. All right, let's see. I do believe Golden Girls is a sequel to Sex and the City. Please tell me. I mean, a sequel to that would be hilarious. I can see it being a prequel, and like the Golden Girls are the grandmas to those characters or something, or the parents of those characters. Actually, those characters would be grandmas at this point, so it would work. Harry, I should have bought the Golden Girls figures. I might buy Jessica. All right, we got one. I was just like, seriously, I'm trying to figure out. They have to think there's enough of a market for it. Let's see. Owen Wilson is Duke. Now you're playing. That would be, wow. Duke's just saying wow all the way through the movie. I'm picturing Owen Wilson playing, what was his name in Zoolander? Was it Hansel? I'm picturing him basically playing Hansel. as Duke. I think that would work. I think that's the way. He was Duke in both Rise of Cobra and Retaliation. Yeah, I know. But those movies did so terribly that I figure if you put them in at this point, it's almost funny. I couldn't, my problem was I couldn't remember that Retaliation was the name of the second one. Let's see, he was so much better in the second. That's because he was only in it for 5 minutes. That is not nice. That's a bad photo, Dave. Mr. Madsen, Mezco Storm Shadow and MAFEX Nightfall Batman are so fun and on my tops for this year. Dude, everybody, you included, the Storm Shadow stuff, the pics. What do you think of the Snake Eyes that Mezco just announced? Like, I know that these companies are going to really kind of try and sell the characters that they know will sell. Like, they're not going to go too far outside the box. So obviously Snake Eyes is the big one for G.I. Joe. But what do you think of getting a second Snake Eyes? Do you think it's a good idea? I like that he's the commando version. I think that's pretty cool. And that Storm Shadow looks great. And obviously, I'm with you on the Nightfall Batman. And I even dig the Kelly Jones head. Like, that head is pretty much the one that I've been using, which is crazy. I did not think I'd like it that much. But yes, everybody, if you're wondering, this would probably be my number one so far for the first half of the year. So who else has their stuff to share, to chat about? I want to know what everybody's favorite figures are. Well, we're making fun of Duke, of course. Let's see, he goes to have Hilary Swank as Duke. Boys Don't Cry reference. There we go. I could see that. I don't know that I saw Boys Don't Cry, but Hilary Swank. See, I don't want Hilary Swank as Duke because she's a great actress. We need somebody that kind of just feels like they don't belong. Let's see, Mark Wahlberg is Duke. He has already played a scientist in Transformers and a professor in The Happening. You know what? Mark Wahlberg as Duke would probably be about perfect. Just because he's not like a hardcore serious actor. But I don't know. That's actually, you know what? I'm sitting here trying to make fun of the whole idea, but I think Mark Wahlberg would be a good call, depending on how much longer they wanted the franchise to go. Like, Mark Wahlberg is maybe 10, 20 years ago, he would have been the perfect casting. If they wanted to do a standalone G.I. Joe movie, I think he could still do it. But if they want to try and build a franchise, yeah, Mark Wahlberg as Duke's actually a good call. And I wanted only funny calls. See, Jonathan Majors is Duke. See, again, Hilary Swank and Jonathan Majors can both act. So, you know. Spaded one, fine. Adam Sandler, Snake Eyes, and David Spade as Storm Shadow. Joe Rogan as Duke. Chris Pratt as Chuckles. No. Everybody else can be an awesome actor. Only Duke has to be the bad actor. But I think Chris Pratt as Chuckles might be kind of perfect. That's actually a really good call. Oh, man, I didn't know that tonight would turn into casting the G.I. Joe movie. Who would Joe Rogan have to be, actually? See, the closest would be something like Sergeant Slaughter. I don't know. If Sergeant Slaughter liked smoking things a lot. Adam Sandler. Sandler versus Spade, though. That would be kind of hilarious. Putting them, maybe, you know how they had the actors playing Thor and Loki in, what was it? Was that Ragnarok? I can't remember. I think that was it. I think here you could have like Adam Sandler and David Spade playing them like in a theatrical production during the movie. That would be kind of funny. But Chris Pratt as Chuckles might be pretty perfect casting. See, John Hamm as Flint. See, now we're talking, Harry. John Hamm as Flint. I like it. I probably would have liked it more when he was like during his Mad Men days. Like then he would have been the perfect Flint. Today, maybe what they do is they bring in somebody like Mark Wahlberg as Duke, they bring in John Hamm as Flint, and they're bringing up the next generation of Joes. Maybe they could do something like that, but John Hamm is a great call. Let's see, Jake Gyllenhaal is Flint. I think Jake Gyllenhaal could do okay. I don't think that's a bad call. I see Flint as being like when you read his file card, if you guys don't know, Flint's file card basically ends with, what is it? We had thought Cobra had us in the stinking dungeon for good is how it starts. I don't know who's talking, obviously. But then something about, then we heard the choppers coming in and guns going off like the 4th of July. I could, seriously, there was a time I could recite this. Let's see. Going off like the 4th of July. Then somebody kicked down the door, and standing there was Flint with that lopsided grin saying, "Come on, boys, we're going home." And when they say lopsided grin, way back when, Harrison Ford was Flint. I am sure that their plan was Harrison Ford as Flint. Like, you know, that's who Larry Hama was thinking about when he was writing it. So who do we have that's like Harrison Ford? Because clearly Harrison Ford probably shouldn't be playing Flint today. Hey, remember what I told you? I made a 2012 Ninja Turtles comic crossover. Why did the same thing with the Sonic movie? Let's see. You did the same thing with the Sonic movie. It's called Sonic: The Speed of Friendship. Sonic movie crossover with ponies. Sonic and ponies sounds like that probably would work pretty well. Like just the way that they're colored. Like I mean, it's bright all the way around. That probably, like visually, I can see that looking really cool. Oh, I'm sure you might at Purdy. Mr. Spencer, Mezco Snake Eyes looks cool, but I cannot afford. It'd be my 8th or 9th Snake Eyes. Yeah, he does look good. I wonder, you know, like, is it Snake Eyes overkill? I know Hasbro does Snake Eyes overkill all the time. That's why I'm sitting on one Snake Eyes. I may be tempted to get another. Mezco Commando Snake Eyes is way overpriced. He should be $85 at tops. He doesn't come with anything. I didn't notice the price because I figured I wasn't probably going to get him. But I did notice that he seemed fairly sparse, so I figured that he wouldn't be one of the more expensive stuff or one of the more expensive figures. How much is he? And if you can't answer, I will I'll look it up. Let's see. Kevin James is Duke, but he has to become fat again. There we go. Duke just sits there, and he's in like the process of gaining weight throughout the movie. So like every time Kevin James shows up, he's eating a Twinkie or something. Hey, Duke, what's up? Hey, guys, what's going on? See, goes to have Jonah Hill as Duke. Let's see, Channing Tatum is Cobra Commander. Hood mask only. Now we're getting somewhere. Spaded one. I got it. Tom Holland for Shockwave. Pete Davidson, dual role as Tomax and Samat. Benedict Cumberbatch as Cobra Commander. Okay, Tom Holland is Shockwave. I don't know. But that's mostly because I don't know Shockwave, like, as far as the character's concerned, that well. See, Pete Davidson dual role as Tomax and Samat. That would be funny. Like, if he could actually pull that off, that would be pretty good. That would be fun. Benedict Cumberbatch as Cobra Commander. You might be onto something. I think we've actually casted. Cast or casted? I'm not sure. I think we've actually cast Cobra Commander now with Benedict Cumberbatch and Chris Pratt for Chuckles. I think we've actually got people here. It just depends on if they go with Chuckles. Terrence Howard is Duke, but only if he gives scientific exposition throughout the movie. That's, whoa. Now we're just totally changing Duke. I mean, I'm good with it. He's just a poster boy anyway. I feel like a lot of movies, TV shows, comics, like every media asks about the multiverse or does something with the multiverse. I'm getting sick and tired of it, actually. You and me both. I need things to be set on a timeline. Let's see, Ed Norton is Duke, but only if he's allowed, let's see, massive changes to the movie changes. Ed Norton, see, you're getting real actors in there again. Let's see, Mick, got it, okay. Let's see, as a matter of fact, forget what I said last time. I'm a hypocrite because I basically do multiverse crossovers. Let's see. That's not like, you could say that they live in the same universe, though, with the story that you've got. Like, they don't have to cross dimensions. You can just say that Sonic lives in the same universe as the My Little Ponies, or, you know, like that kind of thing. So you're good to go. Or the Turtles, the same thing. They just are all in the same pocket dimension. They're all on the same timeline. So that doesn't make you a hypocrite at all. Now, if you started bringing in other versions of the Turtles to bring them in, or other versions of ponies from like other areas across the multiverse, now you're playing with the hypocrisy, my friend. Mr. Matson, 112. Oh, wow. Man. Yeah, that seems pretty pricey with how little he comes with, because I did notice that. We're all sitting here like Zendaya wouldn't be cast as Scarlet. You know, would Zendaya make a good Scarlet? I see Zendaya a better Lady J, actually. Who would be? Actually, I wonder, who was the person, what was her name that played Scarlet in the Snake Eyes movie? Has she been in anything else? Could she be a convincing Scarlet if she were actually given an actual role to play? Actual. Sentences, sentence structure. Clearly, my friend, I need to take a nap, obviously. Let's see, Sonic already can travel universes. It would make sense to travel to the Ponyverse. Oh, I did not know that about Sonic. Let's see, you just guessed like the first plot of Sonic's Speed of Friendship. You just basically guessed Sonic's origin point in the crossover comic. You get a gold star. Woohoo! All right, let's see here. Push the buttons. See, Samara Weaving. She's been in several movies. Has she been good in several movies? Because that's one of the things that Hasbro, I feel like, drops the ball on. It's like they just want to put the product out there. They don't care about if the product's good or not. So that's kind of what I'm curious about. Like, I think the guy that played Storm Shadow in the Snake Eyes movie, he was killer. He could be Storm Shadow again. I'd have no problem with that. The dude that played Snake Eyes, I don't know if it was his portrayal or if obviously the character wasn't written well because he felt like the villain. But yeah, I don't know. Was it directing or was it the acting? I'm not sure. But Storm Shadow was good. Okay, let's see. Let's see what other figures I've got here that I want to talk about. Since you guys aren't helping me with your faves, here we go. I don't know why. I got the Usagi 4-pack. Okay, I do know why I got the Usagi 4-pack. Mom was very cool. She knew I was all about it, and she ordered it for my birthday, which was awesome. But what I don't know is usually I like original versions of characters. So, like originally, most of the time, my favorite would be this. And I love this figure. No doubt. I'm a big fan. But for some reason, I'm a huge fan of this Space Usagi figure. I don't understand it. Because again, I'm like the guy that even growing up, I didn't want the gold Batman. I want the Batman like he appeared in the comics or in the movie or whatever. I don't need the gold Batman or the fluorescent green Batman, though I did end up getting those. But my favorite was always the one that I just saw. I didn't need to go outside and all that stuff. And the only Usagi I'd ever seen before this 4-pack really was this one. And he's great. I love this design. But this is just wacky and out there, and that's probably a large part of why I'm a fan. So this Usagi gets a lot more love than I expected him to when it comes to my favorite figures of the year. This one's up there too. This is tough for me. This is tough. This one might edge out just because of how crazy it is. And check this out. These Usagis, the Usagi 4-pack came with 6 spots. Hang on. And 2 of the little cyber dinosaur spot. And this one gets to be on this base, so he can look like he's floating around. So you just pair this one up with Space Usagi and just have a blast. Have a blast. He's got a gun. That's funny. Anyway, I know that you can get Space Usagi like single carded as well. So I guess what I'm saying is Space Usagi's awesome. And if you can go out and grab him, maybe you should, because he's just a fun, crazy little character to play with. I don't know, man. I don't understand how my head works, I'll be honest. But I'm a big fan of that thing. Whew. Let's see. Rachel Nichols played Scarlet. She played Scarlet in the, what was it, Rise of Cobra. I remembered, well, I don't know, until you said her name, I'm not sure I would have remembered the name, but once it was there, I knew who she was. Go me? Kind of. But I think Samara Weaving, she had the right look, but I don't know anything else she's been in, so I don't know if she's good, basically. I think she could be fine given better material. Oh, sweet. Okay, see, because I don't think she was bad, and I don't think the guy that played Storm Shadow was bad. I thought they both did a great job. Well, I mean, I said that. Samara Weaving, I don't know. She had a minor role, so, but yeah, the only one there that I know that I would cast again is Storm Shadow, but it sounds like Samara Weaving would be a good call for Scarlet again as well. So we've got them. We've got Benedict Cumberbatch as Cobra Commander, and we've got Chris Pratt as Chuckles. Let's see. Bill Hader as Zartan. Goofy things only go for Duke. Bill Hader as Zartan would be kind of funny. They could do, you know what would be good? Like a sketch show as G.I. Joe characters, like Robot Chicken, but in real life. And you put guys like Bill Hader in there. That could work for any comic property. Any property really whatsoever. Oh, I got it wrong. You're good. I very rarely get things right, so it's about time somebody else got something wrong. Let's see. I have arrived, but only up to 9 a.m. That is okay, man. Thank you for showing up. I don't know my characters, but I do know G, so thank you. Aaron Paul as Duke, but he has to play as Jesse Pinkman the whole time. See, now, yeah, that wouldn't be bad. That would be all right. Poor Duke. Let's see. Andrew Koji. Okay. He should have been Snake Eyes. He's so much better than Henry Golding. You should see him in Warrior. Ooh. I might, because I was impressed with Koji. I just not impressed enough to know his name, apparently. Also, I don't own much figures from this year so far, but got to say the HG Rising Freedom Gundam is one of my favorites. HG. Help me out. I should be, high grade, right? Is that what HG is? I don't get into Gundam like kits all that much, but I've been looking at them. I think they're pretty sweet. That's all right, man. That's cool. I like hearing different takes because we don't often talk about Gundam. So it would be cool it's cool to have other people talking about other stuff on here. That always makes me happy. Spaded one. That Space Usagi head is one of the few new sculpts in that 4-pack. The Usagi variants are sleeper hits. Okay. I did not know that was a new head sculpt. Like I thought that was just a repaint that they could do or that they had done. See, anybody from the Hangover film, especially Bradley Cooper as Duke. Bradley Cooper would be good. I'm thinking of him in like the character in Wedding Crashers. Just give him the buzz cut like that, and he could be fun. Give him that buzz cut, but he plays the character he played in The Hangover. We just have to assign a good name that personality fits. Maybe Shipwreck. I don't know. Maybe. Okay, I actually have a few videos on my channel, and a few months ago I made a comic of Bluey, and I just checked and it has like 90 views, and I don't know if it's because of the art or my voice. I will check it out. I don't think I even looked over there. I'll have to find your channel. Let's see. I'm Mirage, just with a new name. That's all right, Mirage. Thank you. Thanks for clearing it up. I'm good. Let's see. Yep. Awesome. Okay, I got high grade right. I'm feeling good. I'm going to do one of these. Spaded One, an episode of Always Sunny where the gang spend the entire episode thinking they're Duke, Scarlet, Gung Ho, and a nameless grunt. Like he doesn't know his own name. Maybe he's actually Robert Graves, and in the end, he just decides to call himself Grunt. I don't know. For those who don't know, Robert Graves is Grunt's real name. Or he could just be a nameless grunt and he walks around with a red shirt on. See, Bradley Cooper could be Chuckles. He was good in the A-Team. You know, Bradley Cooper was Face in the A-Team, right? I'm trying, let's see, Liam Neeson was Hannibal. Oh, who was the wrestler? It was a wrestler that was BA, wasn't it? And then who was Face? Or not Face, I'm sorry. Who was Murdoch? Oh, man, I'm awful. See, Will Smith is Snake Eyes, Chris Rock is Storm. That boy ain't right. Oh man, I don't know. I think whoever they write to win the fight has to be Chris Rock, because man, that's it. That might be the favorite casting of the night. That's quality. See, Rampage Jackson was BA. Okay. That's right. R was on the tip, like R was on the tip of my tongue. That makes a whole lot of sense. But yeah, I was thinking R something, but I couldn't remember anything. Obviously. All right, I'm looking around trying to see what other figures we've got here that I think tops things out. Obviously, let's see. I think Junkyard is great, and I like Mutt a whole lot. They are both so good when you put them together. Like, these two had to be a pair. You couldn't have sold Mutt on his own. Obviously, they're not going to sell Junkyard on his own, but these two as a pair, like, when it comes to the photos that I've shot for reviews this year, this was probably honestly my favorite shoot, just because of how much fun you can have with the two of them. And look at how adorable that head is on Junkyard. That is fantastic. Like, G.I. Joe did well. I will show you, there's one G.I. Joe figure I have that I was a little disappointed in, even though he had extra hands, and it's Quick Kick. And the reason I'm disappointed in Quick Kick is look at these shoulders. Look how small they are compared to the rest of the arm. Like, they just don't look like they belong on that figure. Like, it looks like his shoulders should be sticking out a little more. Like, I don't have crazy shoulders or anything. I was going to try and demonstrate, but you don't want to see that. But my shoulders stick out further than that. That just ain't right. Like, everything else super muscled up. He just skips shoulders all the time. Like, that's the one thing that bugs me about this figure. Everything else, like the fact that he comes with a frozen fudgy bar, is probably one of the greatest accessories of action figures of all time. So I'm stoked about that. But those shoulders just bug me. Yeah, Mutton Junkyard are quite good. Quick Kick, Big Boa, and most of the classified have been great too. No, because of shoulders. Oh, John, now you just want to fight. I'm kidding. I do need to get Big Boa. I definitely want to pick him up. I've been wondering, what do you guys think? Are you going to get this? So the Night Creeper that's coming out. I really liked the Night Creeper when I was younger. I thought he was cool. But I didn't like G.I. Joe going so ninja heavy later on. And I don't know. I keep looking at the Night Creeper, and compared to other army builders that I've seen out there, I don't know that I want to load up. What do you guys, are you going to do that? Like the Praetorian from Valaverse, from Action Force, looks like just such a killer figure. And I definitely want to get a few of those. But like when I compare the Night Creeper to something like that, I don't know that I want to load up on the Night Creeper. So here's the question. You guys, are you going to start getting a bunch of Night Creepers? I recently got my greasy mitts on the NECA Kino fat foot guy or fat foot figure. Ernie Reyes Jr. was a childhood hero of mine, so it's cool to finally get a figure of the guy. That's awesome, man. And I remember seeing that set and thinking it was pretty hilarious. I also remember seeing that set and being like, holy crap, they nailed the Ernie Reyes Jr. likeness. That looks so good. So that's really cool. What was the show? He was before he was in Turtles, he was a kid on a show that was his dad a cop or something, and Ernie Reyes Jr. as a kid would always end up saving the day. I can't remember. I'm thinking it was a Wonderful World, a Disney type show, but I can't remember the name, and it's kind of, it's in my head, but it's not totally popping out. Like, that's the first time I remember seeing Ernie Reyes Jr. I just don't remember the name of the show. Let's see. Jada Toys Fade Along would be better. That quick, or let's see, than Quick Kick about the Octagon. That's true. That's true. Actually, maybe that's something. I wonder, I've got Fei Long. I wonder if their skin tones match. See if I can swap out some arms or maybe some heads. See, also just got the classified 60th Infantry, and it's a doozy. The swappable vest attachments need to become a standard. I think those are a really cool idea. That thing looks great. If he came with extra hands, you know the rule, but I still think he looks great. And he's got so much stuff that even though he's a guy that, what is he, 34, 35 bucks, something like that, even at that price, with all the stuff he comes with, I think that's an incredible figure. And I do like the idea of the swappable pouches. I may pick up Night Creeper on sale, or maybe when job gets sorted. How close are you? Have you had any interviews lately, John? I'm sure you've been sending out the old resume. Raj, oh yeah, I forgot. One of the figures I got from this year is the Figma Sophia F. Schuring bikini armor version. Actually, such a great figure that I don't care about the fan service clothing. I think I remember typing up the name. Figma Sophia F. Schuring. I probably don't want to look that up, do I? Although we've looked up Milk Tea Girl. But I remember typing up the name, which means I saw her at some point and thought, she looks like she's going to be really good for photos. Mr. Matson, Sharito Copley was Sharito Copley. Okay, was Murdoch. He was also in Powers, a comic book series I liked. The comic was better, but the show had moments. Sharito Copley. Huh. I don't know that person, and yet I saw the A-Team. I'm just not sure I recognize him. Let's see. Gil Gerard was a cop. Okay, and he was the guy, he was Ernie Reyes Jr.'s, was he like his dad? Was he an adoptive? I can't remember what the deal was there. But I just seem to remember like he would get in trouble and Ernie Reyes Jr. would end up saving the day as like a 9-year-old. Let's see. Speaking Praetorian, I was at the Vala panel this past Saturday. You're going to love what's going to be revealed on Saturday. Man, I can't wait. I've heard, who was it? Somebody else. I don't remember. Oh, there was a reviewer that I saw talking about the Bone Collector figure. And he was saying that he can't wait to get whatever the Praetorian is that you're talking about. So yeah, I definitely am going to want to see that on Saturday. Is that, I assume that's when the panel video goes up. Sidekicks. Ah, no relation to the movie. Okay, okay. I couldn't remember the name of it, but yeah, it was in there somewhere. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. Let's see. Not really close at all. Let's see. No live responses yet. Ah, grr. Yeah, job market. Like I saw somebody put up a video today that said he sent out 1,500 resumes and still hasn't found anything. Like he's going, I'm about to give up. I don't know what to do. And yet everybody I talk to is like, oh, jobs are easy to come by. Whenever I've looked, there's been like 90% of what like I do, I could fill a role, you know? And then there's something in there that is so far off path that I'd have to relearn a totally different skill to be able to get hired. And I'm not sure if you're coming up with those same problems, but yeah, the job market is weird. Yeah. I have a theory that everybody's going to eventually need to just work for themselves if they want to make any money whatsoever. We'll see if it plans out. That's kind of what I'm banking on for myself, but we'll see. Let's see. Sophia is a big improvement from past Figma figures. She even has die cast inside of her stomach. Oh, that's sweet. So she balances better, I assume? Let's see. A bit on the sharp side, though. She's a little pain in the ass to pose around, but a worthy birthday gift. Huh. I might look her up after the live stream. Like I say, I remember typing the name, so I thought she looked cool at some point. See, the exclusive Bone Collector is nice. Yeah, it looked good. And it sounds like that'll go up. And yeah, I'm gonna end up more into Action Force. So, you know, enabling and all, Mr. Matson. It happens. Okay, for some reason you can't see my questions, and I'm very confused. Huh. Try again. Try again, because I think I've been hitting every chat. I'm not big enough to skip yet. Let's see, better durability. Okay, so I don't have any Figma figures. Do they tend to fall apart pretty easily? Figma is another one of those lines. There are some lines that I just need to try out. Like I want to try out an amazing Yamaguchi. I need to try out a Figma. What else? Obviously, I need to try out an Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. I need to try out a Savage Crucible figure. What others? I want to try out a DBZ figure, but I want it to be like the Goku. And it sounds like Mr. Elliman was on earlier, and he was saying that wait for a Goku with a 3.0 body. And so that might be what I do. But there's a lot I still need to give a test drive to. See, they don't really a bit fragile, but still pretty good. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, guys, let's see here. So here's a bit of warning. If you want to watch channel, it's a bit cringe, just to let you know, because I'm not that good at editing yet. So yeah, they might be a bit cringe. Dude, don't even worry about it. We all start somewhere. My videos still aren't quite what I'd like them to be, so no worries. All right, folks, I think we're going to go till about 8:30 this fine evening. So get in some of those figures. Let's see some of your favorites. Tell me all about them. I want to know. Because my vision is kind of limited. Not just because I have to wear glasses when I don't have the screen blown up, but because there's not a lot that I really add to the collection. So I want to know what out there is a blind spot where you guys are like, this figure is awesome. You totally need to check this out. Like I saw Anthony's Customs talked about the amazing Yamaguchi Catwoman the other day, and he was actually really impressed. And he's not a big amazing Yamaguchi fan. So I see her and I'm like, oh man, maybe I need to try and find a way to get the Batman, use him to test it out. But then I'd have 4 Batmans, and I don't know what I'd do with that many, except then I'd have to get 4 Batmobiles. Oh dear. Let's see, Mandarake has a bunch of Figmas for sale, but it depends on what you like because it is very anime and game focused. That's okay. Like I said, I need to play with Figma. I need to try Amazing Yamaguchi, and both of those are pretty anime focused. So if I start like a little subline of anime looking characters, I think they'd all fit right in. I know Mandarake has like so they sell used stuff, right? Like people sell their collections to them. Do they have an online? I mean, I assume they have an online presence as well, like an online store. Let's see. And if you see in my videos that the audio and quality isn't that good, it's because I'm, let's see, filming on my tablet. Man, don't worry about it. I film on my phone. So we're good. I totally understand. Don't worry. You should definitely get the Transformers Legacy Armada Starscream. It's a pretty good figure to play with. I might check him out. I haven't been getting many Transformers, but a lot of the Armada ones are kind of tempting for whatever reason. Maybe because I had some of them when they first came out, like the Armada figures from way back, and these all do look like improvements. Let's see, Batmans or Batmen? I tend to say Batmans, but maybe it's Batmen? I don't know. I know that I've thought about it, like trying to figure out the right one, but I've never actually done a Google search. Batmen, if there's so many Batman. I don't know. Like Batmen sounds like it's more than one person. Like Azrael and Bruce, like Jean-Paul Valley and Bruce Wayne are Batmen. But when they're all Bruce Wayne, they're Batmans. But I don't know that that makes sense either. So that was kind of how I justified it, trying to figure out what to say. Harry, I don't see a lot of amazing Yamaguchi toy photography. Yeah, check out LBZ's page. He does quite a bit of it. But you're right, there's not tons. Huh. Yeah, that's something else to think about. And I'm wondering if some of that is because they have such an anime look to them and just different proportions. But I mean, it's not going to be because they don't come with stuff and because they don't move. They move insanely well. But you're not wrong. Yes, they have an online store. I buy from them at times there. Okay, cool. Appreciate it. I might check that. I'm just curious. By the way, has anybody seen, I haven't looked it up in a while. I've been looking at, or for a while I was looking at the amazing Yamaguchi cable, but I know its price really jumped up quite a bit. Is its price still insane? Has anybody looked that up recently? If not, no worries. I just haven't, and I was curious if anybody had. LBZ. Yeah, I skipped on the amazing Yamaguchi Winter Soldier. I prefer the MAFEX look. Okay. I wonder, because, yeah, he's got, I mean, MAFEX, yeah, you know me, all the way for me, but I wondered because he had, like, the goggles and everything. When it comes to figures that amazing Yamaguchi does, when I can't see their faces and it's not so anime, I feel like I'm more likely to get that. Like, even though Batman, the new Batman that's coming out, has a bit of an anime look to it, it's only really the mouth area, and I think he's got painted eyes too, doesn't he? So it doesn't look, it's not like the whole head has this anime look to it. So I have thought he'd be a good one to test drive. See, last time I looked, it was around 200 plus. Oh, yeah, I think that's the last time I looked at it too. Yeah, that's no fun. I don't like that. The Legends one isn't bad, but that Amazing Yamaguchi one is good. Still insane. Somebody bought him for 27,000 yen. Yeah. What's the yen conversion? Is it 10,000? Is around 70, 75 bucks? Because yeah, that would be crazy. See, I got you, LBC. No worries. That's like 168 USD. Okay. So I wasn't too far off with 10,000. I actually was a little high, wasn't I? 168 USD actually is better than what I saw it for way back when. Not that I'd want to pay 168 USD. Time for a swig of the real thing. Totally necessary when taking a swig of Coke. Probably when taking a swig of anything, actually. Let's see here. I'm looking around my desk, seeing what else is just something that should be considered. I made sure, so I exercised just before I did the live stream. And so before sets, like it was a lifting day. So between sets, I was making sure and grabbing all my figures and bringing them over to the table real quick. So they weren't set up in any kind of order. They were basically laying down with their baggies. Like I keep their parts in little Ziploc bags. That's a pro tip, kids. If you don't want to lose parts, buy small Ziploc bags and put them in there. So basically my desk is just covered with figures and small Ziploc bags with weapons in them. So I think I've gone over most everybody that I would consider being really awesome. We still got this Samurai Usagi, who I like. I think he's very cool. But when you're talking top figures, I think the Space Usagi and the normal Usagi just take it. And then when you've got this one, this almost looks like, man, I've got the light really bright. Sorry about that. But this almost looks like he's almost too cartoony for what I dig. But it's still a fun kind of standalone Usagi to have hanging out. But aside from that, you guys have seen pretty much everything but the other three turtles. Here, I'll grab those. It's been a fairly light first quarter for yours truly, but I think I'll have a much busier second, or pretty light first half of the year. But I think I'll have a busier second half. Yeah, Leo's pretty good. I mean, like I say, man, you can't beat these for between $6 and $7 each. I am a big fan, and they are fun to just fiddle with at your desk. And I've got Raph like this. He's a stabby kind of guy. Yeah, they're just fun to goof around with. But when I was talking about their feet earlier, check this out. How small they are. I know that it's hard to tell on a monitor, but come on. Look at how much larger, like wider Raph's feet are than Leo's. And they're still not crazy big. They're still going to fall. But you tap Leo, he's going down. Raph, you got to just tap him a little harder. Harry, way off topic, but have you tried the Magic Spoon cereal? The fruity one is amazing. Did I try? I was looking at Magic Spoon, and I think the flavors they had, I'm not a chocolate guy when it comes to like the flavoring. Like I don't like chocolate ice cream and chocolate cereal, but yeah, I think that's what they had. I think they had that, and I think they had, is there a peanut butter kind? I don't know, but I will keep an eye out for the fruity one because that's the kind of thing I definitely want to try out. I do like messing with stuff that's a little out there. Anybody from the show Entourage is too. Game on. Oh, why can't I remember his name? Oh no. The guy, okay, so who remembers the movie Old School? The Dean Pritchard on Old School. That's the guy, right? Like, why can't I think of his name? That guy is Duke. Oh man, I have totally blanked. See, same here. I like chocolate, but not really much on chocolate cereal or ice cream. Yeah, like I'll put Hershey's syrup on my ice cream. Snickers bars are amazing, but like chocolate flavoring kind of just throws me off. Let's see. I mean, I don't mind it, but not completely my thing either. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you and I are just lame. I don't know. But no, it's kind of like I don't like, let's see what else, strawberry flavoring, like a strawberry yogurt. Strawberries are amazing, but strawberry yogurt is kind of like or like a strawberry candy. Like when you get Starburst, you need pretty much every color but the strawberry color. That's kind of where I'm at with that too. So it's basically strawberry flavoring and chocolate flavoring are just no-goes for me. But real strawberries and real chocolate, game on. Let's see, strawberry, mostly anything I can do. No, we were so close. You're good. Yeah, let's see. Cherry's where it's at. Cherry and lemon. Like I'll go if I need just a quick rush of junk food, I'll go to the store and get a little baggie of lemon heads because sour is awesome. What do we have? 8:32. All right. Well, I did say 8:30 and then I got started talking about food. I feel like I'm talking on the foosh right now. I'm sorry. On Robo Don't Know. Anyway, everybody, thanks as always for coming by to check out the stream. I certainly appreciate it. We get one more in here. Cherry is not for me, but I do like lemon. All right. All right. We're close. We're good. Anyway, thanks again, man. I appreciate everybody coming in to chat. It's always a blast. And I love doing the live streams where everybody can talk about their favorite stuff. That always has me stoked. And of course, I love any live stream where I get to sit here and rip on Duke. So thanks again. And until next time, have fun. Happy snapping. See ya.